Washington, the CEO of Keeping It Gangsta, and the spiritual leader of the Urban Horsemen, being joined out here by, well, that's actually Angel Armani. Of course, these two young, I wouldn't say they're young anymore. I mean, middle-aged, perhaps? Yeah, veterans of the ring. I wouldn't say they were veterans of the ring. Longtime tag team partners and associates. DC Washington trained by Angel Armani. And it looks like battle lines are being drawn here as the rumors of a tag team tournament possibly coming to fruition here. Of course, the Outcast moving out here as well, having a front row seat to all the action here tonight. We saw members of the Ross family earlier. Saw Xavier Mustafa earlier in a match against Jason Masters. Of course, August 2nd, we'll possibly find out if Vic Rossman's going to get back into wrestling action as, well, someone's blowing bubbles into the ring. Emma's not here. She's not going to be attacking the bubbles. This one's going to be an interesting contest as Jon Hudson taking on DC Washington here. Hudson as well, a trainee of Angel Armani. He's able to get from underneath the tutelage of Armani.
DC Washington is accompanied to the ring by Mr. Angel Armani.
Making his own way here in professional wrestling. You know there's a lot of bad blood between those two guys. DC Washington now with the microphone.
You know what? You got to shut up over there. You know who you alcoholic.
I don't think he's an alcoholic.
You know what, lady? You need to stop.
Just having
you got
something
like
fun.
3 necks. 3 necks.
3 necks? No, she's got one. She's got 1 neck. She's got like a...
There you go.
Or damn, Gagora.
Did you put your teeth in this time? Did you put them in? No, look at those. Just as ball as the sun, man. Look at it. You know, lady, you might be the ugliest lady in here. Now take advantage of that lady sitting next to you.
Wow.
Better looking than him and you.
Who told you that, Stevie Wonder?
TC, wait a minute. I agree with her. She has a mirror at home that says objects appear better looking than they really are.
Wow, who writes your material, Angel Armani? You should probably fire him.
His opponent, hailing from Malibu, California, now residing in Cincinnati, Ohio, this is Mr. 3% Jon Hudson!
Well, Mr. 3% Jon Hudson making his way out here to Ice Pro Wrestling here tonight. This one should be a barn burner. And he is jacked and ready to go here tonight. Jon Hudson might make an educated guess. I would say 6'1", 198 pounds, 3% body fat. Yeah, this guy's spends more time in the gym than I do the library. It's going to be an interesting contest. Dichotomy of styles. DC Washington, a veteran of the game. Been all over America applying his trade. Jon Hudson, rather newcomer, loads of potential. The fans here in Ice Pro Wrestling definitely showing their support for him. Of course, later tonight, though, we'll be showing their support for one of their favorite sons. That's Ken Cato. Challenging Sigmund Cochran III for the Ice Pro Heavyweight Championship.
You're training these people. You're a failure.
Hey, somebody get a dustbuster. He's leaving a trail behind.
Man, Jon Hudson looks like he was chiseled out of granite.
Check him, ref. Check him. I see a 4 now.
Oh,
There's somewhere between 8.
Good thing or a bad thing, tell you the truth. Poor Muscle's got to be worried about cramping up in the heat in this building. sweltering. Should have brought my smaller beard. You know, this burly thing I'm wearing on my face. Referee for this contest, Jesse Bush. We saw him earlier in the opening contest.
Ref. Get him back, ref.
TC Washington making sure Jon Hudson is in the corner, telling the referee to do his job.
All right, guys, let's go.
And Washington probably 5'2", 180 pounds. Been in the game for quite some time. Nice collar and elbow lock up here. Washington now looking for the wrist lock. Twisting it. Hudson goes through, nip up. Nicely done. Washington now in the world of hurt. Now the wrist lock is one of those classic wrestling maneuvers. There's a lot of things you can do with it. TC now looking to roll through and nip up as well. Well, at least that's what he tried to do. See if he can do it. You got to get your feet underneath it, TC, if you're going to nip up. Oh, he goes for the ropes. Just as effective, just as effective. You get a clean break on that one. Now Armani, Washington some water here. Telling the referee not to laugh at his lack of athleticism.
Take him to school, brother.
Hey,
Let's go, guys.
Of course, we'd like to thank every fan for joining us here on this lovely Sunday evening. Beautiful Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
So much, he's on a video game.
Telling camera operator Ryan Brown on the way back, we're going to stop at 5 guys. That's going to be a long road trip, though.
Crank it, crank it, crank it.
Looking for... Oh! Dug it in that time.
Crank it.
got him again,
Now with
baby.
that wrist lock, as we alluded to earlier, he can control 3 different body. Well, nip up again. I guess TC didn't learn from that first time there. Well, with wrist lock, you can control the elbow and the shoulder and apply a pressure from both of those joints with the wrist. Plus, you got to remember the bones in the wrist is TC Washington now. Oh, well, that's how you break a wrist lock. Going with a forearm blast that time. Nice side headlock here. Shoots him off the ropes there. Washington full head of steam that time, like a boulder, or like a wrecking ball, maybe a bowling ball. Duck down. Wow! What a drop kick there from Hudson. That could be it. Man, that was perfect. Hudson now. Got another Irish whip. The ropes for leverage. Gets over the top of TC Washington. Nice arm drag. Connects with another one. Got low and deep on those ones. Shades of Jack Briscoe. Bonnie saying he pulled the hair of TC Washington. Didn't say it. Unless Hudson got underneath the do-rag, grabbed the cornrow, and whipped him over. I don't think he actually got any hair. Hudson working over the armbar here. A little bit lower down on the elbow. Working over the shoulder. Gonna hyperextend it possibly. Washington screaming out in pain. Very traditional wrestling maneuver. A lot of people don't know how to apply. Washington now looking for the break by getting him on the ropes. Holds on. Nice counter. Good counter there from Washington. Eats another drop kick for his troubles. Referee out of position, got a 2 count on that one, and Washington bails out of the ring. Washington and Armani here. Got to regroup. Hudson's just been a step ahead of him from the get-go.
Turn around, turn around.
Oh! Held on to the steel post that time. Suckered him in with a back elbow. And what a clothesline as the skull of Hudson bounced off the exposed flooring here in the Miramar Theater. Two veterans thinking on the same page on that one. Suckered Hudson to the outside. That's where TC Washington's deadly as he breaks the count. When you're in a fight, doesn't matter how many hours you put into a gym, the second you're on the outside, you're in a disadvantage. Barbells are not gonna help you. Hooks the leg. Got a 2 count. Hudson in trouble here. The advantage definitely is swung back to TC Washington's side. And Washington's so methodical in the ring. That size 2 boot just pressing right on the throat. Hudson here, now Armani. Just laying in a series of forearms across the chest and the throat there of Hudson.
Hey, shut your mouth.
TC Washington distracting referee Bush on the other side. Rolls him into the middle of the ring, away from the ropes. 2 count. Armani said that should have been a little bit faster. So Jesse Bush's count was pretty even there. Armani just giving a riot act to the fans in the Miramar Theater. Oh. Washington cut him off that time with an eye rake. Off the ropes. Ooh, kick right to the face that time. Going for the cover. You know, that soccer style kick to the mush will ruin your weekend in a hurry. Eating soup for a week. Referee checking on Hudson here. Gotta make sure the young man doesn't have a concussion. Schoolboy roll up. That's not a concussion. Ooh, but that very well could be there from that lariat from TC Washington. You know, usually you see men taller than Washington throwing that move, and when Washington does, it's also like a fist to the face because it's a striking blow. Got a 2 count on that one. Washington now showing his frustration in this one. So tomorrow, the Outcast movement on the outside as well. Still watching this matchup as Armani now just laying in the boots on Hudson. The referee's checking out TC's knee here, making sure. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Oh, he's just ripping at his gums. You know, I'm surprised Hudson didn't bring out a second man here. Trying to counteract Angel Armani here tonight. Ow, that time just a chop right to the neck, right in the base there. The muscles of the neck connect to the shoulder. It frees up those muscles. That left arm goes numb.
I heard him.
Washington now with the rear chin lock. Got that locked in tight. Hudson's hands are free. Starting to feel it here. It's a crowd in the Miramar Theater getting behind Hudson. Hudson back up to a vertical base. Series of elbows. Big right hand off the ropes. Armani just tripped him up. That was right in front of the referee. Not really in front of the referee. 2 count there. Jesse Bush definitely with a very even cadence on his counts here tonight. Say what you will about officials in the state of Wisconsin, but Ice Pearl's got 2 of the best. Off the ropes now. Ow! The senton splash, driving all the wind right out of the midsection there. Jon Hudson.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
Looks like he's only got 3% left in that fuel tank. 2 count. The methodical nature of TC Washington here. Going right back for the chin lock. As pulling back.
Come on, TC.
Hudson though, fighting back. You gotta admire this young man's spirit. What a right hand there, rocking the skull. Off the ropes, ducks the lariat. Washington held onto the ropes. Ooh, and it caught him in the face with that calf kick. Shades of Dean Malenko. Even Armani's holding down the leg on the other side. I hope our camera operator Ryan Brown got a shot of that. As the veterans now doing anything they can to try to get a 3 count here. They gotta keep hydrated. Someone turned up the heat in this room, closed all the windows. Sweltering in the Miramar.
Shut up! Shut up!
Well, Hudson's shown a lot of flurry of life in this one, but Washington's been able to stop whatever momentum the young man has had. And for the scoop slam, drops him down just viciously.
That's it, baby. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins.
Could be it right here. Washington possibly looking to go high risk. But he's taking a lot of time.
Penicillin. Then you're gonna need it.
Well, Hudson, bridging up for a second there. I'm not too sure if that was just a spasm. It's Washington now taking some time to get on the ropes here. Possibly looking for a moonsault. Well, he missed. Not too sure if it was Hudson moving out of the way or Washington overshooting that one. It wasn't drawn up the way the veterans wanted it. And Hudson now getting the opportunity to collect himself here. Washington drove his own air supply straight out of his body, missing with that moonsault. What a clothesline there from Hudson. Spinning back kick off the ropes now. Knee lift right to the neck breaker. Could be it. Hooks the leg. Referee had a lot of territory to cover for that one. Washington was able to get the left shoulder up in the count of 2. I think Hudson now looking to build off that momentum. Getting his second win. Ducks the clothesline. Washington catches him. Driving his face right into the mat. 2 count there. There's a good counter on that clothesline. Spun around. Dropped him face first. That flatliner maneuver. Washington definitely frustrated, wondering what it's going to take to take care of Mr. 3% tonight. Washington now, possibly looking for the brain buster, the coup de grace. Got that leg hook. Series of right to the midsection. Boot to the stomach. Went for the boot. Washington. Oh no, Hudson's got him. Up, over, jackhammer. And he is beating TC Washington here tonight in Ice Pro Wrestling.
Mr. 3%, Jon Hudson.
And Armani now making the young man pay. Jon Hudson now just getting bugged out here by Washington and Armani. You gotta be kidding. Now the Outcast movement making their way out from the front row. The referee's definitely lost control of this one. Security's nowhere to be seen. Hey, it's Giant Swashbuckler. Swashbuckler clearing the ring here. Hudson and Swashbuckler definitely have developed a friendship here in Ice Pro Wrestling. He's calling for a microphone.
All right. I saw what you did back there, Armani, all right?
What I did?
Man, he's been drinking way too much rum.
Let's see here. On the card, there's no tag team match. And I think Mr. 3% here has something left in him, huh? Yeah! You got some fight, right? Let's take on these 2 jabronis in a tag match.
No!
Well,
No!
the gauntlet being thrown down here. Swashbuckler and Hudson want themselves a piece of Armani and
What's that,
Washington.
Armani, huh?
No!
Armani does want a piece of it.
Give me that microphone.
Why should he work twice tonight?
I'll tell you what, Mr. Pirate. I know you and you shut up when I'm talking. Hey, lady, put that elbow down does not mean cardio, okay?
Go home!
I know, Pirate, you travel the 7 seas, even though you have no idea where you're at. But if you think at the end of the rainbow, there's a pot of gold, you're badly mistaken. And he's no rainbow, and he's accept their challenge.
Well, Armani accepting the challenge here. We're going to have him do a prop 2 match? Oh, Swashbuckler and Hudson possibly seeing a piece of Armani and Washington later tonight. That should be a good one. But when we return with Ice Pro Wrestling, we're going to see an interesting matchup. As Papa Chulo will be taking on Big James Payne. We're going to see a dichotomy of sizes in this one. Hudson, I don't know how much life he's got in the tank though. He's going to be pulling double duty here tonight. And when we come back, those Papa Chulo taking on James Payne here at Ice Pro Wrestling.